Ladies and gentlemen, Six Fig Stock Trader here on YouTube. Today's August 31st. We're talking VGX, CKB, and Bitcoin on today's show. Don't want to miss out. So welcome back to the channel, everyone. First and foremost, I want to give a huge shout out to the VGX Heroes. Now, you guys have been hearing me talk about the Voyager token for the last month or so now. I do think this is the next sleeping dragon. This is a great coin. I do think one day this could compete with the Binance token as well, depending on how they scale this. With that said, it's relatively cheap. You need to do your own research to make your own investment choices. But if you're interested in looking at Voyager token, hop on over to the VGX Heroes at VGX_Heroes Twitter page. They have some links to their Instagram and Discord. There are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people in their Discord asking questions, sharing information. It's a great community, and it does really feel like a family. So with that said, huge shout out to them. Let's get into Voyager token, and then we'll get into CKB. But folks, I want you guys to check out Voyager token first. Now, there's a couple different patterns that I'm seeing here. We'll talk about the first one. And I've said this in my videos previously that there is some great support for Voyager token right around this $3.40 level. This is no secret. Everybody knows this. The next thing is that we can kind of make the argument, we might be seeing some sort of descending triangle, something like that happening over this little period of time. Now, it might not be till early September, the first week of September, something that we really see Voyager token move out of this descending triangle. Now, the other argument that I think could be made, and this is a very valid argument, is the fact that we might be looking at some sort of falling wedge, beginning diagonal, something of that nature, which is a respectable pattern to be seen right now. But I do think that right now the floor is at $3.40. I would really like to see that test again to confirm before we leave this descending triangle, excuse me. Now, this is a 1 hour chart, so things on the 1 hour chart long term are very hard to predict. With that said, let's just go ahead and turn this into a 4 hour chart. And what we can see here is a pivot point, 3 nice solid candles, 3 heavy buys going to the upside over a 12-hour period. That kind of ceased once we hit this band here, this trend line, but we are now moving downwards. And I'm not saying downwards as in a catastrophe. We are probably going to come down and retest this $3.40 level. Let's look at a time zone, and my concern here is to uncover a time zone somewhere in this area here. Now, I haven't looked at this chart other than this morning, and that was on a very small chart. So this might take a couple tries to see if anything does appear. And look at this. We can see, looking back in hindsight, time sequence predicted this reversal here. This is kind of the reversal point right here, where momentum shifted bearish. Even though we're seeing candles going upwards, this is bearish price action. People are selling the pump. So this is really the point in time where price action shifted here. And we can definitely see this could be argued that we had some selling here and the bottom really became unhinged right at this level here. So I would definitely say September 1st around 1 to 3 p.m., we could see some sort of break from this pattern. Now, I'm hoping that we see this happen. Maybe we come down and test this $3.40 level for a move to the upside and out of this pattern. This is going to be so huge and crucial for Voyager token at this point in time, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. We know that over the past year, Voyager token really has had one hell of a run all the way from about, what was it, $7.28, I believe, to, I'm sorry, it was at like 28 cents to $7.28. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to do too many things at one time. And let's go ahead and just bring this right on down to the 28 cent or 25 cent level. This lower Fibonacci, where we place this, it won't matter if it's 40 cents or 28 cents due to this price difference and how far away this is from everything. So with that said, let's go ahead and look at the 1 hour chart, and boom, we can definitely see how this 50% extension was kind of the roof for Voyager token. Now, if this thing starts ripping, we can definitely expect more barricades around this $3.75, $3.70 level. I would even argue $3.80 to 85 cents, because that's kind of where we topped off before we wicked above this 50 percentile. If Voyager token and Bitcoin rally, it's on and upwards to this $4.60 level eventually. Now, I would like to see some sort of ascending triangle or something like that play out if we break this channel. And let's go ahead and look at a little pitchfork. And this is a great tool to kind of see where price action may or may not go. So with that said, we can see just by drawing up this little diagram that we did come up and press this neutral zone here. And you're seeing this orange line spearing right through this pitchfork. That is the middle ground. So we are going to see resistance from this side downwards and support from this side and upwards. And we can kind of see where these two worlds collide here. So as soon as Voyager token gets above this orange line here, we will encounter resistance. And that is one thing that is guaranteed. Now, whether or not we kind of pull one of these deals or not is beyond me, but I'm hopeful to see maybe some sort of ascending triangle or something like that kind of form within this channel. Bottom line is, we really cannot leave this lower band of this channel. We need to see this thing by September. Let's just go by September 4th. We need to see Voyager token trading at $3.50 or higher. And I'll say on September 6th, we might see some price action to the upside, I'm hoping. And this is all contingent on Bitcoin. This is all a bullish scenario, so I want you guys to understand this. We usually don't see an ascending triangle pop right at the end. Usually it's like the last quarter we will see price action start moving up. And this would kind of make sense to see price action kind of wander on up. And it's kind of interesting to see this median line and this Fibonacci time zone kind of intersect right at the 61.8. So I find that very interesting. And this is all very wild speculation, but I do like to try to forward think with this stuff as much as possible. Off to CKB. That went way too long. Bear with me 1 second. I just passed it again. I was trading Robinhood this morning. As you can see, let's look at CKB. Here we are. CKB is kind of in this unique holding pattern similar to Voyager token. The market is waiting for Bitcoin to do its thing. And right now, we can definitely see where CKB is trading. Had some nice price action play within these channels on the way down, and we are here. Now, I do think that if we see CKB move a little lower, that's not anything to get excited about, but it does seem like there is a nice support level. somewhere around this 0.0138-ish level. I wouldn't even be surprised to see CKB come back down to this penny level. I really wouldn't. That wouldn't really change the momentum of this too much. We would just move this goalpost a little bit further, and that might uncover more information about CKB. But I do want to go ahead and run a little retracement off this just to kind of see if we can uncover where we are at. Now we've kind of been coming down here, bouncing off this 50% line. This is crucial to stay above. A lot of people will buy the 50% dip as far as day trading is concerned. This is a number where you can still make a damn good living buying the 50. It is safer to buy the 61.8 though, as we all know. It would be a lot safer. The 61.8 is a lot more powerful support and resistance line. The 88.6 is in case things get really bad for CKB. Like I said, wouldn't surprise me to see it run down to this penny level and people reverse their positions and start buying in. The 88.6 is what I use for options trading, folks. And this is when I will flip my position from a put to a call, or a call to a put when we're going to the upside. With that said, this is at a pivotal moment in time. I'm not sure if we're going to see CKB come up and quite retest this 38.2 or not. I would like to see that happen, but one thing's for sure, if we fall below 0.0135, things might get juicy. Let's look at an extension on CKB to really get a good grip on where things could go if we move to the upside. Now, inversely, when we're talking about the market going upwards, we need to look at extensions. And basically, you can see the 61.8 and the 50 flip-flop. The 38.2 is flip-flopped with the 88.6. You kind of get the drift. So with that said, if we can stay above this 0.015-ish range for a little bit, I do think CKB has all the potential to run back up to this 0.018. But like I said, going to the downside, this is when people tend to reverse their positions right around the 88.6 and this 100% mark. Now, this can also be a bull or a bear trap if you are playing options, but we're not, because this is crypto. Let's get on to Bitcoin, and this is really going to be what makes or breaks this TA. Ultimately, we can see Bitcoin, and I've been kind of talking quite loudly about this whole ending diagonal pattern and what I don't like about it. We can definitely see that we have suffered the strict fallout from this ending diagonal. But what I find interesting is that this was a very hard break. We had some recovery and rejection along the lower trend line, but we have traded sideways ever since. So people are buying Bitcoin despite this fact. And if we look at a daily chart, we can see that people have been selling Bitcoin since August 16th. It just so happens that there's more people putting money into Bitcoin than there are people selling it. And that's why we're seeing some of these red candles moving upwards, is because it's telling us people are putting money in, driving the price up. But as that is happening, selling is occurring. And we're seeing a lot of indecision when you see these spinning tops. This is a very indecisive market, meaning people are not confident in prices going upwards anymore, and they're not confident in the price going downward. So we are really trading sideways, and until market can regain some confidence, I think we will see some more double taps along this $45,000, $46,000 mark. We are still trading above the cloud, folks, which is great. And this means that we are pretty safe for now, but the second we start drifting towards this cloud, could be danger. Meaning downward. And we really are in this position where if price action falls and this 50 moving average comes up to meet this 200, we will be in a very bad position for a death cross, and we could see price action really shatter. And I'm talking bad. This is an example of a death cross here when we have price action come crashing down through the 50 and 200, and we can see the death cross happen here. But this is a very bad thing to be seen. I'm hoping that we continue to just trade above the cloud and retest this $65,000 level. At that point, it's going to be a double top scenario. If that happens, folks, you have to be very careful if that happens. I would not chance this thing going any farther past 65K, like at all. I would pull my assets and just go for the ride. RSI is mid-ranging at 57. Stochastics, they're not looking the best, but I would like to see this blue line come back and cross over this red line to get some confirmation as a move to the upside might occur. So with Bitcoin, folks, it's really important that we maintain this 46.3 level for the entire market's sake. I know this video went a little bit long, but I'd like to give a huge shout out to all my Patreons. You guys are amazing. We did some more turtle trading today. Yesterday, I was able to do some options trading, grew the account. Was it 7% or 6.25%? Today it was 1.5%. So we are killing it. I have not yet made a bad trade since I have started. So I'm pretty happy about that myself. So until the next video, folks, have a great day.